Good morning. Today's date is April 29th, 2016. The password is kitten, and my name is Katelyn Bode. Today I have my audience of one of my best friends, Savannah, and I have my stepdad, Larry. Take a second to close your eyes and think of that one significant other that you have or have had an amazing relationship with. Okay, now that you have them on your mind, think of how they make you feel or have made you feel in the past. Now open your eyes. According to scientists, when you first meet someone of interest, the brain produces this chemical called oxytocin, which releases the bonding hormone. When released, oxytocin gives you that warm, fuzzy feeling I'm sure you all had when thinking of that one specific person. Being in a happy relationship isn't as easy as it looks. It takes many things for a person to get to that certain point in their life where they can honestly say that they are in a happy, healthy, and stable relationship. For example, many of people come up with the excuse of not being with someone or breaking up with another because they are figuring themselves out, or that they are not at a point in their life where they can juggle or worry about somebody else's emotions. For the most part, these are all valid reasons as to why you can't be in a relationship. I feel as if in order to be in a happy and healthy relationship, you need to be happy and content first with yourself and the direction your life is going in. Yet, if you are not content with the person or the relationship you are involved in, it can lead down a path and people start to question where their life is going with that one person. Once one starts questioning and stops putting in work, the feeling of love can start to decrease and the stress levels will start to increase. And you have to juggle and try to balance those emotions. They tend to get a little difficult. I wouldn't advise diving headfirst into a relationship with a person that isn't exactly stable with their life or with who they are. The more stress, the more happiness starts to decline. That being said, the cause and result of a happy relationship starts with the happiness and trust within oneself. If you trust that you will not lose sight of the person who you are and where you're going in your life, and that you have hope that that person can make this work, then you are on track to learning and being happy and growing with another. If you're at a point in your life that is for the most part stress-free or manageable stress, you are definitely valid and able and capable of having a stress-free relationship. Being in a happy relationship affects a person in many ways. Some of these include a rise in your self-esteem, your lessened stress and strength and support with another, and improvement in a mental and a physical condition. Whether you are in an intimate relationship or not, there tends to be a drastic decrease of stress in happy relationships. Fox News quoted in one of their articles one study published in 2009, the Journal of Sexual Medicine found that people who frequently have sex with another tends to improve your health, and reports that they have a greater satisfaction with other people and the relationship overall. Yet, I feel like sex is not the only type of physical contact that you can reduce and improve one's stress. Macmillan stated in one of her articles on health.com that in 2004, a study of 38 couples in University of North Carolina, researchers found that both men and women who had a higher blood levels of oxytocin, a hormone believed to ease stress and improve your mood after hugging. These types of connections are key when a relationship comes into play with someone's life. Even when some of the slightest touches can stimulate the oxytocin in your body. For example, I'm always a pretty high-strung and stressful person when I tend to start itching and scratching. The second my boyfriend sees me exhibiting these behaviors, he comes over, kisses my forehead, and hugs me tight and tells me that I am strong and I can get through this. It immediately makes me feel better and more calm, even though I might not be 100% there. Having a good relationship increases your mental and physical conditions in many ways than just one. For example, in a highly publicized 2008 study, researchers at Brigham Young University found that people in happy relationships tend to have lower blood pressure than other people that are single and or are in stressful relationships. Due to the outcomes of low blood pressure in healthy relationships, it also reduces the risk of a heart attack. Not only does a good relationship with your significant other improve blood pressure and your heart health, but did you know it also increases the chance of survival when you are diagnosed with cancer? In a major study of 3.8 million cancer patients, published that in 2009, 58% of happily married people lived for 10 years longer post-diagnosis of their cancer, compared to 37% of people separated or single from their significant counterparts for 10 years post-diagnosis. The time I have spent with my boyfriend, he has motivated me to work out, eat healthy, and just be more stress-free. That alone has caused me not only to lose weight and fat, but gain a lot of muscle weight. I don't think I have ever been so physically fit in my life until I have met him. This shows that people in a healthy relationship not only take care of each other, but they take care of themselves too. When in a relationship, it tends to have a serious impact on your well-being and the mood you have when in contact with others. When you exhibit happiness, it tends to have an equal reaction of happiness within others. According to Dr. Ronald Siegel, a psychologist, results from the large Framingham Heart Study showed that when people became happy, their friends and people around experienced a 34% greater chance of becoming happy. This shows that people's happiness does in fact rely on the happiness of other people. This should encourage you to work on the growth of your happiness, knowing it will be passed on, and it will be passed on from the other person who passes on. I know if I have a bad day or a good day, I have someone to come home to and tell all about it. That satisfaction alone is such a great feeling. When my boyfriend is having a good day, I am having a good day. You attract what you put off. So if you only radiate positivity and happiness, those are the kinds of people, situations you will encounter throughout your day. And they will pass those on to others. Happiness is the simplest form of a chain reaction. According to psychologist and PhD Marianne Truani, so many factors affect your health, whether it's behaviors that we exhibit toward each other or the habits that we pass on to each other. Those alone can just decrease the stress levels, so I challenge you to find someone who gives you those butterflies, the warm, fuzzy feelings. Who knows? You might just start a casual fling with someone, and it can lead into falling head over heels with someone else. Just remember, relationships can and will bring you more good than harm if you treat them properly.